ikintu nifuza ni ubuvuzi kuri we pe, niyo ngewe nagumucya mu bushobozi twari dufite tukavugumama tukamera mu buzima twari turimo ariko umwana wacu ari muzima, nabyo ntacyo byaba bitwaye.
koramo utyo koramo koramo.
Life is a journey that is meant to be embraced to the fullest each and every day. However, sometimes we feel like it should just let us go. She is called Teresa, the mother to this baby. It's not our very first time to visit this family. We saw this baby a couple of months ago, and this is how it started from the very first day we met them. She says that when she was pregnant, she always used to go for medical checkup, and for the first 3 times, everything looked normal. But for the 4th time, everything changed, and the doctors told her that it seemed like her baby had a problem.
Inshuro zose bamaye kugeza kuri finali ngiye kwipimisha bwa nyuma inshuro ya 4 barambwira ko afite ikibazo nyine.
She tried asking the doctors if there was anything that could be done to save her baby, but they told her that it was too late since she was 9 months pregnant and the baby was just about to be born, and there was nothing they could do about it. She gave birth, but since there was no way that she could push this kind of baby, they had to perform a surgery, and when the baby was born, it had a swelling on its head, but at this point, the swelling was small and it was not as big as this. Teresa ran from one hospital to another looking for treatment, which she was not able to get in any way because the doctors kept transferring her from one hospital to another, and according to them, they could not handle such a case. She went back home, locked herself inside the house for some days, because at this point, she felt like life was meaningless, according to what she was going through, since all the mothers she knew had given birth to normal babies, and she had come up with a baby that she could not even explain what had happened to it. A lot of people, who they kept calling friends and family, advised them to find a way to get rid of this baby, because it was obvious that they were going to spend all they had in search for treatment for this baby. But she knew that this was wrong, and she decided to fight for her baby until it takes its last breath. Teresa and her husband were so depressed, and they did not know what to do, but they simply learned to accept what had happened to their child and start living with it, because there was nothing they could do to change anything. She couldn't give up on her baby yet. She kept moving to different hospitals in search for treatment, until one day she came across to a doctor that was genuine and told her the truth about her situation. The doctor said that it was about time they had stopped running to hospitals, and she should settle and take her son home, because what the hospitals could do was to keep transferring them from one hospital to another, because none of them in this country was going to ever manage to carry out such a surgery, and the baby's only hope was if they went abroad for treatment. When she heard this, It completely broke her down because she knew that there was no way that she could afford this kind of treatment. So she went home and waited for her baby to die because she had completely lost hope of their baby's survival. This is when they were visited by Afrimax and her story got told to the world. A lot of people were touched by this story and they donated money for her treatment, and after a few weeks, we visited her again. We gave her the money that people had donated for her child's treatment. She was so happy to receive it, and at this point, she gained hope that at least her baby was going to be fine, and we could at least see a smile on her face. The baby's head did not at all stop growing, and she says that at this moment, they could not carry the baby for longer than a minute, so they had to come up with a solution of carrying this baby because it was also becoming harder. She had to buy a baby stroller to carry her baby because the size of her swelling was getting even bigger day by day, and carrying her from one hospital to another was becoming very difficult for her and the baby's father too. She says that she took her daughter to different hospitals in search for treatment, which was very expensive, and she was told that the money she had was not enough for surgery at all. So she used it to buy the baby's medicine, and they also transferred her to a bigger hospital. Teresa and her husband still moved from one hospital to another, but nothing positive ever came out. And this is when they confirmed that treatment was not at all possible in this country. So the little money they had was used to get themselves passports because they had decided to move to India for medication, just like the doctor advised them. By doing all this, they spent all the money they had because the hospitals they went to were very expensive but did not also manage to treat their baby. The baby's condition kept getting worse, and the swelling on its head kept becoming bigger and bigger. And when we visited them for the third time, it was obvious that this condition was getting worse and they needed treatment as soon as it was possible. People continued donating, and we had to visit them for the fourth time and give them the money that was donated too. She got the money and she was so grateful, but she did not seem very happy at all because her baby was dying. She says that they need money to get visas to India, transportation, and treatment itself, and the money that she was going to pay for all this was a lot. Well, she got some today, but more is still needed. According to Teresa, when they get the money required, they will immediately book tickets, and the first thing they have to do is to take their baby for treatment because it is all that they ever hoped for. Teresa is grateful to everyone that gave a hand to save her baby's life, but she is currently asking for help to take her daughter to India for the surgery that they believe will save this baby's life. The money that will be used for her treatment will be donated via GoFundMe, a link that is always in the description of each and every video and pinned in the topmost comment by Afrimax English. Thank you for watching. My name is Prince. Do not forget to subscribe.